Good morning. It's a rose quartz day full of love for the full moon today in Aries. Time to start your new projects with the fiery Aries energy and to leave the old behind. So good morning if you are joining me. I'm just going to adjust my screen, and I can see people are beginning to join me here. So do comment so that I know that you're there. Hi Anna, and do comment if you'd like me to come to you and give you a reading. Before I start, I'm going to light my candle with intention to bring in the energy and the power of the spirit world to join us. To the light. And I always say this quiet invocation in my mind, just inviting my spirit team to join me and the angels and the higher beings. Right. I picked a card for everybody who's watching. Good morning to Sandra. And the card comes out of my little J bag, my embroidery bag, the mystery card bag. And the card for today is this one, love. And the message is love. Love yourself and love all of those things that you enjoy in life to enhance the positivity around you. We all know what we focus on, we bring into our lives. Our thoughts energize our future, starting with today. So love is really, really important. If you want to attract love into your life on every level, practice thinking thoughts that are loving. Even if it's a practice that you evolve for a couple of minutes a day, it will pay dividends, because the frequency will anchor in your aura. And we all know the law of attraction in this earth plane means that you will draw love to you. So good morning Samantha, good morning Deirdre, good morning Shamir. So what I would like you to do is just spend a moment with me now to ask the higher beings to bring love into your energy field right now. So we're calling in Archangel Gabriel, who is the angel that represents the love energy, and his twin flame, who is called Charity. If you like to work with dragons, do call in the dragons of love as well. If you work with the fairy dimensions or ascended masters of love, do ask them to come and join you. And if you are at all sensitive to energy, you will be starting to feel that frequency of love build up around you. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to just look down the list of people who are commenting. Good morning, Annie. And do keep commenting, because I only get shown 4 names at this end, so I don't know who's with me. Okay. All right. Hi to Trish, who says hello from down under. Hello to Goddess Tinkerbell, who I think is also down under somewhere. Okay, so I feel in my heart that I want to come to Trish Lawrence first of all. So if you work with energy, you'll understand the process is that you come into your own space, you come into your own energy, and you hold that first, just like you would if you're charging yourself up to give a healing session. It's exactly the same for psychic readings or mediumship readings. You draw your own energy in and you visualize yourself in a column of white light. Okay, so as I now send my thoughts across to touch on Trish Lawrence, on her energy, I feel a brightness. I feel a lively energy. I also am looking at colours that are nice and clean and light in her energy field. There is a lovely yellow ray going on, and that tells me that she's got a lively mind. And I also think she's very interactive and social with other people. She's got a lot of time in her for other people because the beautiful orange in her energy field is really radiant as I look at her. There's also this sparkling energy around her crown, and that is my sign for spiritual activity. I also want Trish to know that there is an angelic connection with her already, because I can see that there's an angel in her energy field working with her. I do also get the impression from her energy that there is an interest in readings herself, oracle cards, that she either owns some or works with some or has them around her. I would say that she also likes crystals and other spiritual things as well. And also there's a love of the outdoors because I'm being shown my symbol for that, which is a beautiful green tree. I don't know whether she likes swimming, but I'm also being shown somebody swimming. If she doesn't like it, that is going to be then a suggestion from the spirit world. It's either a sign that she does or it would be good for her. Okay. So what I'm doing now is I'm relaxing my energy and letting myself drop down and go into a deeper frequency here. And while I do that, I have the feeling of a lady in the spirit world step forward for Trish. I feel it's a grandmother. There's a softness to her energy and a harmonious feeling. And she talks about creeks and woods, rivers, creeks. And I feel that she would have been familiar with those in her lifetime. I'm just asking her to draw closer to me. So I feel that there's some kind of condition with her heart, or there would have been before the end of her life. I also feel that her build wasn't particularly big, that she wasn't overweight or a larger person. And I think that her concerns about her heart stopped some of her physical activity near the end of her life. But of course, she is full of vibrancy now, and she tells me that she's with you in your home, at home. I don't know whether you can relate to a quiet place in your home where you sit. It's almost like a sanctuary corner or area in your home. You might meditate there or tune into spirit, but there's an area where the energy is very spiritual, it's very peaceful, and I feel that she comes into this place a lot as well. So just know that she's with you, and when you think of her, her soul is present with you. Okay, so I leave you with those thoughts, Trish. Okay, so hi to Christine, hi to Nirma, and hi to Sharon, hi to Lena's Angels. Okay, so I'm just going to see where I'm drawn to come to now. Right, so I feel drawn to come in and connect to Sharon Duggan here now. And as I think about Sharon, my first feeling is I want to hand douse for a flower remedy from the Bark Flower Remedies for Sharon. So I've got my box at the side of me. I feel that there's a lot of mental activity. Your head is like buzzing around and around, and it's hard to get quiet thoughts at the moment for you. Oh, and look what's come out. Our good old cure-all, the rescue remedy, Sharon. So rescue remedy is appropriate when there are times where you're stressed. Anybody who's got anxiety or perhaps isn't sleeping as well, has got troubles in their mind or is in an anxious period of their life, then rescue remedy is a really good homeopathic tonic. And just take that regularly as it says on the bottle, and it will help to calm your spirits. Talking of which, I feel that your spirit feels like it's under attack. Anxiety, and it's almost like I'm feeling interrupted, like sleep, night terrors or disturbance in your sleep. And I want to say to you that some of this is actually coming up from your subconscious, your own fears and your subconscious concerns. And because they haven't had an outlet or a healing, they have exaggerated, they've built up and become more and more, and so they actually feel like they're separate to you. But a lot of it's coming from what's bothering you, churning you up in your subconscious. I want to talk to you about not just the rescue remedy, but also anything which is calming. Green crystals, pink crystals, green aventurine in particular. And I'm also going to pick you a card, Sharon, and let's see what comes out. I know that there's a connection with you in the spirit world. I know that the angels are around you. I also know that it's difficult for you to connect with them just at the moment because your energy fluctuates and the anxiety creates a barrier. But do know that they are there and they are making a difference, and it's up to us to relax and let go and create that space where they can bring that peace and that light into us. We have to prepare the space, which is why so many people like to have a little altar and candles and incense. It builds energy in a focal point, and the energy stays there, and you walk into it every time you sit in the same place. That would be a really good idea for anyone who is feeling tense or anxious. Okay, your card is Daisy. Daisy, simplify your life. You have had so much going on and you're spread too thin. This has to change now so your vitality can recharge. Well, this speaks to me again as a confirmation of what I've just said, the anxiety. Okay, so I'm just going to let my energy just settle in a little bit more here and just relax as I think about Sharon. I just am seeing now my sign for complex issues in her life, because there are different roads, one crossing another. The path is not clear in front of her, and I do feel she feels very stuck on that path. I want to talk to you especially about Archangel Gabriel. Whether you feel his influence when you invoke him or not, know that if you call him in, he brings clarity, purification, And if you do this daily, the energy builds up and it will begin to dissipate some of this anxiety in your frequency. There's a great deal of discombobulation, and I do feel it's not helped by people around you. There are not people around you who are calm and people that you can come to feel comforted and peaceful. So I also have a sense of you feeling insular at the moment with your problems, which doesn't help. So talk out loud to the angels. They are real beings and they listen. It really does us good to talk. So do talk to them and ask them to release pain and fear. So I also know, Sharon, that as I sit here thinking of you, that there is a lady who connects from the spirit world. Excuse me. And actually this lady, I believe is grandmother, she's family, and she's showing me herbs. So this tells me that she is meaning that the remedies, the herbal remedies, would be really helpful for you at this time. I'm especially looking at rosemary. So you might have rosemary in your garden or around you. If not, get some. Rosemary sharpens and clears the mind. It's a purification herb. And I know that this lady is telling me that she thought of you as a daughter and that she's very much by your side and she understands how stressful it is. She's also telling me that you will get through it, all right? Although you can't see the light at the end of the tunnel, you are doing things in the right way in a very difficult situation. So know that she sends her love, and I hope that this resonates with you. Okay, so I'm all right. All right. So thank you for your feedback, Sharon, who says thank you so much. You're correct as always. All right, and also Trish has given me feedback, and she can take what I said. Thank you. Okay. Oh, and Sharon has rosemary in her kitchen. I could see that rosemary plant. Okay. So I'm just coming back into my own space energetically, and I'm going to see where else I am drawn. Hi, Borte, Andrea, Simone. I go where spirit light up a name on the screen. They will tell me where to go, so do keep commenting. Spirit know the person that they can best reach right at this moment through me by showing me the energy. If you're watching and you haven't had a reading yet, please keep commenting so I know that you're there. Okay, so I'm going to come in now to Andrea Simona Bortes, and she's asking me for a card reading. Yes, we can do that, and it's going to be the flower therapy cards here. So let's see what comes out. There's one of my team with me saying, leave things alone, leave things alone. It's like there's something they don't want you to be drawn into, that they don't want you to get involved with. Leave things alone. I feel it's tempting to be drawn into it, or that you don't want to be really drawn into it, but other people are trying to draw you into a situation or a circumstance, and the advice is just step back. It's not your drama, it's not your fight, and actually it's not going to help, because whoever this is concerning doesn't really listen anyway. They don't really take advice, and they always have to find things out the hard way. That is not going to change. So it's not really going to help. It's just going to disturb you and your energy. So try and take a back seat on this situation if you can. Your card is eucalyptus. Here are the eucalyptus flowers. Open your arms to receive. You need to do more, asking for yourself and receiving for yourself. And just keep reminding yourself to do at least something really nourishing, loving, and that you really want to do for yourself, whether that's buying yourself something on the internet, sitting down and just being loving to yourself. You've prayed for help, now be open to accepting it. Now that's quite a hard one, because sometimes we can extend such a lot of energy and focus and thought into asking. We're working really hard at asking, where the art of receiving is to ask and know that Spirit hear you straight away, especially your guides and your angels. They're assigned to you for this lifetime. As soon as you've asked, you set that universal wheel in motion, and the skill, the spiritual evolvement or the development is when we learn to relax, let go, and let things flow, and notice where we're being guided into receiving. So we might flow not in a straight line, we might have different ideas and new ideas. Don't be too set in the way that you expect it to happen. We also need to release expectation and know that Spirit usually will find something even better than our human mind have considered or thought of. So I want you to trust and let go. I feel that you're really tied into this situation with whoever it is. I do feel it's gone on for a long time. This is not a new situation, and it takes a lot out of you. It draws off you. And it's about looking at new ways to be in your integrity, to be there in love for that person, holding the love, but not having too much taken out of you. Because this is a soul lesson for you, to not be drained and have your subtle energy, your spiritual energy, really drawn into someone else's pathway, on someone else's journey. When that happens, you're losing the light. You need to expand and to grow on your own journey. It's actually not the right thing to do, even though your heart straight away wants to give out. Just hold back and just spend some time just sitting and asking for guidance as to what's the best way forward. And you'll start to change the dynamics, because the other person will sense unconsciously that the dynamics have changed, and you're not just going to give everything. I don't know if you've got children, whether it's a daughter or somebody around you who's pulling on your energy, or someone that you think of and want to help like you would a daughter or a child. Anyway, I'm also going to choose a Bach flower remedy for you. And it's patience, which is impatience on the bottle, but it actually is all about patience. It's about being patient, not jumping in to rescue somebody else. So if you want to work with this Bach flower remedy, that will help you to slow down on that automatic response, to dive in and help, because it might not be the right thing to do. It's an old pattern, it's a karmic pattern, and it's one of your soul lessons. So I leave you with that and hope that it made sense to you. Hi Christine. Hi Deirdre. Okay. So I'm just relaxing and just waiting for the light to shine around somebody's name at my end. Hi Troy. Okay, so I'm going to come to Deirdre Burke next. So as I link to Deirdre, I feel she has a strong energy, and I feel that she's a very definite person and a personality. She never says what she doesn't mean, and she never does things the wrong way. She is in integrity, and I feel it frustrates her sometimes, and not everybody she meets or knows is in integrity, but that doesn't change her integrity. She stays true to her heart and true to herself. You're a very spiritual person, you're a very spiritual lady, you're an old soul. And as I get that information, Deirdre, I can see clairvoyantly so many past lives, thousands of years of past lives on the earth. So you've got lots of experience, you've got lots of energy. The more times we come to earth, we tend to build up our ability to be here in this environment, and we learn and we build more energy. So I can feel the energy of an old soul because it's a big energy field, and it's a strong energy field. There's wisdom in your energy. I want to go with a bark flower remedy and see what comes up for you. So I do feel that you've had a little bit of a hard time right at the moment. There's an element of confusion in your mind because you're undecided about something. You're not really quite sure what you want to do. I hope that makes sense. This is what I'm picking up. It's not quite clear to you what your next steps are to be, but it will come clear very soon, and I'm talking about weeks and not months. There's a great deal of connection with you and the spirit world. I can see lots of angels with you. I mean, there's all different colour robes. There's a whole troop of angels around your energy field, around your head. So I believe that you are communicating and talking to angelic realms, and you've got a lovely connection with them. It's really important to you to stay true to your heart, and you always do. So your bark flower remedy is heather. Heather. So let's have a little look on my chart for heather and see what that means. All right. So the positive effect of heather is that your inner self is heard. And what heather's about, it's helping you to not feel lonely inside, in the sense of feeling that people don't necessarily relate to where you're at. It feels like there are people around you that are quite stubborn, and they're not moving forward on their path, on their life path. That's their choice. They're not ready to. But there's also a disconnect in the communication with a significant person around you that you can't get through to. I want you to stop putting so much energy into that and bring your energy back into you, all right, and focus on yourself. And as I say this, there is a beautiful, soft energy coming in around me from the spirit world. So I want to get a link on who that is. So I'm just going to work with my crystal ball. It's a female energy. Oh, okay, so it's a lilac colour to the aura. This is your guardian angel, right? She's in lilac and white robes. And she talks to me about your inner desire, wanting to feel freer inside of yourself. There is this feeling of being tied down or constricted or heavier inside than you want to be. It's like you're struggling against it. Let her come in and help you to dissolve this, because this is past life. This is past life that you've brought forward into this lifetime, and it's a past life where you were literally imprisoned, and the fear, you were a man, and I can see you were imprisoned, and to work on this particular past life and to free this part of you is going to free you up, your energy, your feelings in this lifetime. All right, so that is what I want to say to you. That's your next step on your healing, development and ascension pathway. All right, so I'm going to move on, and Deirdre says she loves connecting with the angels. They love connecting with you. I saw so many around you. Okay. Right. You're welcome, Deirdre. So do comment if you're watching. Joy, I have no idea whatsoever what you're talking about there. Doesn't make any sense, I'm sorry. Doesn't seem appropriate somehow. I'm not sure what you mean. Okay, so I'm going to come now to Anna Hill. And I'm going to pick a flower card for Anna. And the card that comes out, Anna, is Camellia. You are lovable. Love who you are as you're created perfectly. Everything about your true self is beautiful. This is so important. Whatever other people say to try and be controlling, because I feel that you do have people, or a person or two people in particular around you who are controlling. I feel that you're feeling quite suppressed by a male energy. Remember, you are lovable and you are loved. Nobody can diminish that and make you feel smaller than that unless you let them. Don't take in the doubt and don't take in the fear that they are trying to impose on you. Feel it's a man and a woman who have very strong views and opinions and try to pin you down or make you fit in with their thoughts and their ways, which is so wrong. And your guidance is to remember that you are loved, because that will soften any pain, it will soften your experience, and it will also work to help dissolve the anger that is in them. I do feel there's a woman around you who is quite angry inside of herself and really likes to subtly take her anger out on you, her issues, and I feel that you are absorbing her anger. I feel that you feel very tied down, and I want you to remember that you are loved. I will also pick a bark flower remedy for you, Anna. Okay, your bark flower remedy is rock water. This is the water flowing over rocks, so it is talking about letting go, going with the flow. You've got to let your emotions out, and you've got to not feel that bottling them up is stronger. You've got to let things flow, otherwise you're damaging yourself. This bark flower remedy will help you to flow and get your connection back, because I do feel you've lost some of your connection, and this is because of the energy imposed on you from around you in your living situation or your life. So rock water is the one for you. I'm going to leave you with that and hope that it resonates. Hi Nima. Hi Troy, who's giving himself a thumbs up. That's okay. Hi to Adriana. Hi there. Nice to see you there. And thank you, Anna, who says thank you. It's appreciated. I'm just seeing where I'm drawn to. Alright, so I'm going to come in next to Adriana Ordonez, and I'm going to pick you a bark flower remedy. Hi Alice, hi Solveig. This is for Adriana. And your bark flower remedy is Genishan. And I will look this one up on my wheel. The positive effect of this bark flower remedy is encouragement. And when you feel things are heavy going, when you feel that you're struggling to break through to your next level of development, when you feel the heaviness, that you acknowledge around you, because in order to clear anything, your first step is to recognize it, acknowledge it, and see what needs to be cleared out. So that really is 50% of it, to see what needs to go. And this will support you on that journey. It's a process of peeling back the layers to show the divine light that you are and always have been and always will be. But the strength and the empowerment, your sovereignty, comes from mastering what your soul has decided to bring back with you and give you to deal with in this life. And your lifetime is a lot about the inner path. It's designed to be that way, the inner development, the spiritual side of life, where you can develop your sensitivity. You have sensitivity, but develop the understanding of how to use it to help others and to help them to have a quicker path through their troubles and concerns than perhaps you have. But to understand something really fully, there's only one way to do it, and that's to go through it yourself. Otherwise, you're talking from a textbook, and you're not doing things that way. you're going through things spiritually, getting a really strong understanding of how to work with spirit, how to clear energy, what past lives are, how to recognize when it's a past life, how to recognize when it's something different that needs to be cleared from your energy field. I also want to talk to you about your solar plexus chakra in particular at the moment. So as I look at your solar plexus, there is not the steady, even spin completely on that center at the front of the chakra that I would like to see. On your right hand side, there's an area that's interrupted. The flow on one of the vortexes, one of the petals in the solar plexus at the front, is a little bit distorted. What I would suggest is that you call in your angels, that you place your palms on your solar plexus, and that you send healing into this area, and that you ask your angels to give you healing directly in this way. And you will notice, if you do this regularly, that this will become much calmer, much stronger, and you will build up more of your personal power and your confidence in your ability. So I'm going to leave you with that and hope that that resonates. I can see Chantel's, I'm going to leave you there, but I'm just laughing because I can see Chantel has commented, what was that rock? I don't think she means the rock water butterfly remedy. I think she means my rose quartz. It's the first big piece of rose quartz that I bought. The energy is superb. I've had this for about 30 years. It came from a wholesaler's. You can see the gold mark on there, which is how the importers marked it from their country. They would put a daub of their colour on the crate or the container of rose quartz, and I spent ages choosing this. It's so harmonious. I can feel it just by holding it. The love energy just courses through my body and into my heart. So I'm pretty sure, oh, I don't put it there because I think it might fall over onto my lap, and it's quite heavy. It probably weighs about half a stone, so I won't hold it when I'm on the scales. Anyway, that's Chantel says she needs one to cuddle. Well, do you know, I always look for a wholesaler. It occurred to me decades ago, why am I buying retail? There must be wholesalers. So Googling wholesalers is going to find you crystals that are 50% or less of the retail price. Just a little tip. But I'm sure that you've got your own rose quartz. Anyway, Chantel. So as I think about you, actually, Chantel, I get the flow of peace and light that I would expect and always do from your energy field. I still feel that there is a gap, a bit of an emptiness feeling, and I'm wondering to myself whether that means Kitty still hasn't returned. Don't give up hope. That's just popped into my head. Don't give up hope. That's all I'm getting, but I'm happy to give you that. And Chantal, you've got the tallest, most powerful feeling and looking a male angel with you, and this is not a guardian angel, nor is it an archangel. This is a principality. It's a male angel, and he's been drawn into your energy, your powerful light work, and he is coming through to be mentioned because he would like to be invoked. Principalities, I believe, over light, places, buildings, and he would like you to be invoking him to overlight lots of places in your area to call in angelic realms. So if you have schools, hospitals, which I'm sure you do, churches, offices, if you call in the principalities or from the angelic realms, they will instate themselves into those buildings and hold everybody in angelic light, and that light will filter down and make a huge difference. Once you have invited them in, they will set up shop, they will install themselves in the buildings. They're also telling me that you have a lot of power spiritually that you haven't even recognized yet. And there's lots more for you to open the door on and realize about yourself. Your connection is fab. There's more and more doors that are going to open for you this year. There are several, and this continues. There's a very beautiful time energetically for you around the Christmas-December period. There's a lot of spiritual activity and connection. I can see this whole collection of golden angels. I believe this will be the golden Christ ray, which we know that the masters all hold, whether it's Christ, Buddha, Mary, Krishna, Ganesh, Lakshmi. This gold energy comes through the universes. A lot of activity. You do a lot of good. They want me to tell you, you do far more than you realize, impact-wise, far more good. Spiritually, you're having quite a dramatic effect in a really positive way where you live, where you are. I also want to talk to you about the fact that I am seeing on the inner planes at night you go into your own teaching school. You have set up your own school on the inner planes around Earth where you do teach people. This is small at the moment, but it's going to expand. So know that you're teaching on Earth and in the spirit world. You have your own ashram, and I know that you have a great deal of connection with the masters and the angels, as above, so below. I am asking where that is in relation to where it's positioned over the earth, whether I get that information. I know that it's in the 6th dimension, and that means that it reaches above and below, but you're focusing in the 6th particularly. Right, so it's above an area which looks like a parkland. It's not too far away. It's within a few miles of where you live. There are some trees, there's a park, and it's above there. All right. Can't tell you any more than that, but it's quite interesting. So I leave you with that and hope it resonated. And I'm going to move on. Hi Mina from Dublin. Hi Brenda. Hi Eleka Riverflow. So let's see. Alright, so I just relax now and wait to see where I'm drawn. Okay, so I am drawn next to Brenda Linley. And I know that as I connect to your energy, I feel this softness and this love from your heart straight away. And it's that softness that's a humbleness. Alright, you are very unexpectant of receiving anything and you're quite content to not. So I want you to know that I have a connection with your Father in the spirit world, stepping forward. I feel that in his lifetime, when he was a younger man, he was fit, that he liked to keep fit. There's something quite athletic about his pictures that he's showing me of himself in shorts, just running or moving around, whether he's doing some athletics or sports, I don't know, but he's indicating that there was athletic with him as a younger man. He's saying that he cares very much about you. And he wants to say two things. He wants to say that he's with you a lot in your lounge at home. And he's also showing me you sketching out something. So have you been sketching something on paper or on an artist's board? Because he's also one of your inspirers for your spiritual artwork. He also wants me to say, in his lifetime, he didn't really worry about money. Not that he had fortunes, but he worked and he knew that he'd be all right. He was quite comfortable, and you have that same attitude. You feel secure, and he's glad about that, because he's telling me that one of your sons doesn't feel the same way. One of them feels less secure. He feels like he's always needing, like almost to scrabble to get more. There's a sense of worry with one of your sons about money. This is inside him. It's his own inner fear, but there's also some pressure on him from outside of him. I feel this is from a partner who is ambitious, who wants more and more. But your dad is saying just send love to him, and also, if you can, ask for healing for him in this aspect of himself. It would be really helpful. I also know that I'm joined by your mum now in the spirit world, and there is this friendliness with her. She's coming across to me as very, very friendly personality, laughing, chattering, joking, showing me cups of tea, not mugs of tea, cups of tea, like a cup of tea and a natter. All right, so she is very involved in your life. She's also telling me she's very involved in your granddaughter's life. She's very proud of your granddaughter. Not that she's not proud of the rest of the family, but there's a special pride in how lovely the heart and the whole being of your granddaughter is. And I feel this healing ability is with your granddaughter. It's in her psyche, it's in her being. And I also want to say that as she gets older, she will be helping people in her capacity and doing it with warmth, sincerity and love. She also has a lovely groundedness and a firmness about her, which is super helpful. So I'm going to leave you there and hope that made sense to you. Oh, you have been sketching. Thank you for the feedback. That's really nice to get that feedback. Okay, so Mina needs to go. Right. So let me see where I'm drawn next. funny, I was going to come to Mina, but now I know clearly Spirit don't want me to do that today, perhaps another day. Let's come to Stacey Peon, and I'm going to give you a bark flower remedy. I'm hand dowsing, just running my hand across the top, and I know that I'm always guided to the right bottle like I am to the right card. Yours is oak. This is for Stacey. It's oak, so we know that oak traditionally is all about strength and owning your strength and feeling secure. Let me look on my little chart in case I can give you a little bit more information. Positive effect, yes, it's strength. You are a strong person who struggles on past the limits of strength. Right. Oh, don't let other people put too much on you. I feel that you're very willing to please people. I feel that you keep really, really busy. I also feel that some people take advantage of you a little bit, Stacey, here. All right, they get you perhaps to do a little bit too much for them. And there are some things that they could do for themselves that they would be asking you to do. Take care of yourself is the message, because sometimes you get really worn out taking care of everybody else, and that is on more than one level. Watch your energy, all right? It's that old story, isn't it, about the caring people, the helpers who extend just that little bit too much of themselves, robbing themselves of enough energy left to build their own strength and to feel their own power. You need your energy for your own growth, all right? Just going to see if there's anything else I can pick up for you. I do feel there's an angelic presence and energy around you, because I'm looking at an angel with lots of different colours in their robes. So I've got beautiful pinks, I've got greens, I've got oranges and yellows and white, so lots of colours of the rainbow. I wouldn't be surprised if you are drawn and attracted to colours and enjoy using them around you and with you. When you're drawn to colours, know that when you get that happy feeling, along with it, that this is your angel letting you know that she's with you. I want to just see if I can give you a name for your guardian angel. Charmian. Okay, quite an unusual name, but Charmian. So do work with her and build that connection and feel the healing and the love that she brings you. So I'm going to leave you with that thought, and thank you if you've been watching me today. I hope you've enjoyed it. And I'm running Zoom classes on Halloween, 11 AM and 7 PM. 11 AM is my fairy class, where we will be going through the fairy doorway and connecting with the spiritual energy and the lively spirits of the fairy kingdom. You will be meeting your own fairy guide, possibly even more than one, and learning how to bring that magic, creativity and manifestation into your life. It's an hour class and it's recorded, and you can still join that. People are still booking. And at 7 o'clock on Halloween is my traditional annual Meet Your Ancestors and Loved Ones and receive messages from them from the spirit world. I'll be teaching you how to do it, and that's recorded as well, a 1 hour class. If these are calling to you, then send me a message. Lots of love, happy full moon, and see you soon. Bye.